in the building. We're talking about the provincial economy and basically the 6-month update from the provincial budget, the Fall Economic Statement.
Yeah.
What are we seeing now after 6 months?
Yeah, so we just had our Fall Economic Statement in the last week. So the Honourable Rod Phillips, who's the Minister of Finance, gave an update on the overall economy in Ontario, and I can tell you with absolute excitement, Ontario is back. Our economy is on fire. We've created approximately 272,000 jobs since June of 2018 when we took office. And the other good news is our deficit has been lowered by over $1 billion over projections. So we are paying less interest on our debt, which is great news as well.
As you were mentioning earlier, that is one of the top 5 biggest expenses for the province. And the debt, how is it taking away from how the province could be spending the rest of its money?
Yeah, you are absolutely right. Unfortunately, Ontario is the largest sub-sovereign debtor in the world, meaning the largest non-country, we're a provincial government, so non-country debtor in the world. We have over $350 billion in debt. So if you look at our expenses, obviously education, healthcare and education are number 1 and 2, but interest on our debt is actually the 4th largest expense at almost $13 billion. So it is a huge expense that we need to get under control to get our financial house in order. Now the good news is our interest expense went down by about $400 million over the last year, so that's great news. We've got a long way to go, but we're on a very good trajectory.
And the trajectory with how good that the government is saying it's going, how is that going to be able to, say, get things under wraps within the next 6 months for the next provincial budget to come in? What are some of the goals that are highlighted for that time?
Yeah, absolutely. So we will have our next budget likely come out in March of 2020, where we'll be excited about that. But if we keep on our path right now, we will be in better shape than originally projected. So, and our government, the government of Ontario, is taking a more conservative stance in terms of our projections than, say, some of the private forecasters, the private sector forecasters. So we always err on the side of caution. But we are, we think we're on a very good trajectory in terms of economic growth and also debt reduction.
Wonderful. Thank you so much for joining us, Stephen. And here's Stephen's information should you want to reach out to him. He is our Oakville MPP on Rebecca Street in Oakville. And I always like that area because I've been to Sandwich Society and it's a fantastic place to go eat.
Excellent.
Anyways, thank you so much for stopping by.
Thank you for having me.